Hello for everyone watching. My name is Alexander. I'm a research director for the Data Lab at the Fred-Ojala Center for Entrepreneurship and Technology at UC Berkeley. I'm also a co-creator and a lecturer for DataX. I have been part of the founding team of 3 companies. I originally come from Sweden, but I've immigrated to California now. So, I've had this conversation a lot, that when it comes to startups, there is a general terminology that people like to use today, that startups, their sole purpose is to disrupt the big players today. That you're actually, the sole mission of a startup is to go out to a market and then change the market landscape so that they take a chunk or the whole cake from one of these big players, and then the startup can eat it instead. And we have seen that happening over the years with we see it in real time right now with what Amazon has done to the retail industry, for example. So Amazon is now selling almost everything online, and they are disrupting clothing stores, they are disrupting like grocery stores, restaurant business, etc. But I think that we should actually shift the terminology from disruption to collaboration. Because the major trend that I see today is actually that big companies, they acquire startups, they collaborate with startups, and that's both how startups can be successful and how big companies can be successful. Because startups will always be much more agile, they will be much more proactive in changing the world than the big companies. And I mean, before we might have said that, okay, Amazon is the ones that set the future of technology, etc., or Google, but all of them have become behemoths now. They are very big companies, and when you're a big company, it's difficult to move quickly if you have a big body, but if you're a small company, you can actually run. So instead of this age of disruption that people have talked about before, I think we're entering an age of collaboration. And you can also see this trend in the way that, for example, in data science, machine learning, etc., all of the tools and frameworks that we use to gain the power of state-of-the-art approaches in order to utilize these very powerful tools, they are open sourced, they are free. Anyone who has access to the internet has access to these tools. And they were developed at these big companies. The reason why they don't charge for them is because if they put it in the public domain, if they make them open source, then anyone on the planet can actually contribute to them. So that is the whole reason why they put it out there for free, because then they know that they will be collaborating with the whole planet. And this is a major trend that goes through all industries that are about to shape the future. So I think instead of disrupting, I would say that startups should be collaborating with current market players. And if one market player is not relevant anymore, then you can disrupt it.